Why is the military having trouble getting people to join? Let's find out now. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We'll get you on the grind and improve your mind. So in this video we're going to go over why is the US military having trouble getting people to join, getting recruits. So we're going to go into this article explaining a little bit, and we're going to go over our thoughts on the topic. So
I will put up the article for you. It's from the New York Times. I'll also have the article in the description that you can read it yourself. It says, with few able and fewer willing, U.S. military cannot find recruits. Fighting headwinds from the pandemic, the tight labor market, and demographic shifts, the armed forces may fall further short of enlistment quotas this year than they have in decades.
Okay, so let's just talk about that real quick. Now, here's the truth that many of you guys just hate to hear all the time. Most of America right now, and I use the word most because statistically, like, most people are, like, in general. Most people in America right now are fat as fuck. You are overweight. You hate yourselves. You can't do a push-up. You can't do a pull-up. You can't do a sit-up. You can't do a squat. You cannot do the basics. Most people can't do one pull-up. Most people don't go to the gym. Most people don't run. Most people don't sprint. Most people do not have the mindset of going out and becoming stronger. Most people are sedated by technology constantly. Most people are distracted. They are not physically able to do some of the stuff that military would have you to do. Now, someone I look up to personally is David Goggins. We all know who that is by now.
I'm good. You ain't good, man.
If you don't know who David Goggins is, what he did, he had to lose like over 100 pounds to join the military. This guy lost 100 pounds in like 3 months, and he did that because he just seriously was motivated, committed to joining the military. He wanted to get in. He was going to do whatever it takes. Now, something like that takes extreme dedication, which most people in today's world lack, especially in a world where we're constantly sedated. Even if people do want to join the military, they would physically not be able to. So when these recruits are out here, they're trying to get people to join the military, they're having trouble. You know, you can't just go to an obese person who's most likely out of shape, and they are most likely to not even have the motivation to join the military. I don't even think a recruiter would even bother going up to them because, oh, okay, well, we already know where this person's at. I don't want to waste my time because they're probably going to say no to me anyway. But the state of America right now is extremely weak, and we have a big problem over here. And I think most of us realize this, but we're afraid to say it because we're afraid to get backlash.
A lot of people are also afraid to even join the military because there's a lot of people out there that maybe are interested in the military, but they're afraid to join because either they don't want to go through the harsh training that military personnel go through like the boot camp and stuff, or maybe they are even afraid of like having to end up going to war and dying in battle. Some people might even be afraid to lose their own lives or stuff like that in that aspect.
We do live in a very fear-based world. I mean, me personally, I'll just say that I would not join the military personally. I have a grudge against the government right now. I'm not happy with the way our government's being run. I don't really want to fight for this government right now, to be honest. Sure, you call me whatever you want, but I think most of us know that the way America is being run right now is completely outrageous. People are depressed. People have no money. People are broke. People hate themselves. People are fat. Like, we live in a crazy, like, our country's like really weak right now. And, you know, you can go out in public and you can see it for yourself. We're in a really weird state right now, and, you know, there is, of course, we can get better, we can improve, but we really got to have some kind of push or something. But it's really affecting life in all aspects.
Exactly. So with the article, it says the local Army recruiting station was empty. The normally reliable recruiting grounds at the nearby Walmart were a bust, with the Army still thousands of soldiers short of its recruiting goal. The station commander, Sergeant First Class James Pulliam, dressed head to toe in camouflage, scanned a strip mall parking lot for targets. He spotted a young woman getting out of a car and put on his best salesman smile. "Hey, how'd you know I was going to be here today?" the sergeant said with a affable Carolina drawl, as if greeting an old friend. "I'm going to help put you in the Army." These are tough times for military recruiting almost across the board. The armed forces are experiencing large shortfalls in enlistments this year, deficit of thousands of entry-level troops that is on pace to be worse than any since just after the Vietnam War. It threatens to throw a wrench into the military's machinery, leaving critical jobs unfilled and some platoons with too few people to function. COVID-19 is part of the problem. Lockdowns during pandemic have limited recruiters' ability to forge bonds face-to-face with prospects, and the military's vaccine mandate has kept some would-be troops away. Current white-hot labor market with many more jobs available than people to fill them is also a factor, as rising civilian wages and benefits make military service less enticing. I also think that all the benefits from like unemployment and stuff have kept people wanting to get jobs or even enlist because they're pretty much happy with being at home and getting money from the government.
This is what we've done. This is what we've become.
Yeah, it's pretty much something that the government has done to themselves, and that's just their problem, I guess. To try to counter those forces, the military has pushed enlistment bonuses as high as $50,000 and is offering quick ship cash of up to $35,000 for certain recruits who can leave for basic training in 30 days to broaden the recruiting pool. The service branches have loosened their restrictions on neck tattoos and other standards. In June, the Army even briefly dropped its requirement for a high school diploma before deciding that was a bad move and rescinding the change.
Yeah, so I guess we can talk about it. So it's really interesting what kind of drastic measures and how the military is trying to change just to get people to join. It sounds like desperation to me. And another thing I want to point out is that the military has become sort of woke, which is pretty interesting. It's actually very weird. You know, it's interesting. A lot of guys will go out and they'll risk their life to go to another country and fight a war, but they won't even ask out a girl that they have feelings for. You know, it's something a little interesting that I thought I'd point out. You won't even go and say hi to a girl across the parking lot, but you're going to go to war and fight. Oh.
The young woman in the strip mall parking lot was on her way to get pizza and looked confused when the tall man in green began pitching her on the benefits of serving her country. She eventually apologized politely and said that she could not join up, gesturing to an insulin pump clipped to her shorts. The sergeant made a mental note, diabetic, not fit to serve. But he did not give up. He goes, okay, well, just give me a name, one number I can call right now. He pressed, you've got to know someone who might want to join. One number and I'll leave you alone. Jesus Christ.
That does not sound good.
Yeah, no. Seconds later, he was on the phone with one of the woman's friends. She says, you want to join the Army, the sergeant said, as if he were announcing the winning Powerball numbers. Where you work, I can meet you when you get done. The sergeant paused, turned, and said, dude just hung up on me. Moments later, the friend was calling the woman's cell phone. The sergeant smiled and leaned toward her conspiratorially. Wouldn't it be weird if I answered, he said. It'd be like I was a Jedi recruiter. Let me take this one.
This is a creepy story. I don't know what's going on with the New York Times right now.
The woman giggled as the sergeant held her phone up and announced that he was ready to give the friend a second chance. The friend hung up again.
Mood. And that's how you know it's a true story.
Yeah. So that's pretty much like when a recruiter will come up to you and like try to pitch to you to join the Army. You kind of just like are, I got to figure out a way to get out of this because I don't want to deal with this thing I'm in the middle of living my life right now. And so people will just be like, yeah, call this person. Yeah, this person definitely wants to join. And then that person has to deal with that guy, and then they pretty much hang up on him because either, number one, they're scared to join the Army, or two, they are actually not interested and they're just trolling these recruiters. And
people do.
Yeah, there was a few times I've trolled a recruiter once.
Yeah, I don't even know how. I remember one time, I think this is during the pandemic. This is I guess one tried to come up to me and recruit me. Hey, because I'm not fat as fuck, so I'm approachable. So he was like, oh, hey, you look like you could join the military. I forgot what he said. And I was like, do you guys still have to wear a mask? He was like, yeah, it's protocol. I was like, no. And he knew. He was like, bruh, and he just left. I ain't wearing no mask in the military. That's absolutely stupid. Anyway, that's besides the point. A lot of Americans they're not fit to join the military even if they wanted to, unless they have that motivation to lose the weight like David Goggins did. But most people just don't have that drive. They can have that drive. They have the potential to have that drive. I absolutely believe that you guys can. I think anyone can do it if they wanted to, which is why you should be watching this channel so you can get motivated. But a lot of people are simply demotivated and they are sedated by technology and TikTok, and they just rather chill and watch Netflix and see movies and eat popcorn. And this is just the world we're living in. It's never too late to get better, though. It's never too late to get back in. If it's something you really want to do, make it as a challenge. Join the military. There are some perks, obviously. I'm not against anyone joining it. If you want to go join ahead. But a lot of people simply are, unfortunately, too weak at the moment to do it. But you could change that by watching all of our other videos and getting in our All Gains Mindset Facebook group. But other than that, this is just the world we live in now. So we want to bring some awareness to this topic. And, we want all you guys watching to change your life for the better. The best thing you can do is start right now and get disciplined and actually make something of yourself. So if you guys have any comments about this topic, leave it in the comment section below. Let us know what you think. Hit the like button on the video if you have not already, and subscribe to the channel. And you can also donate to the Cash App, which goes to the equipment towards the channel. So with that said, we're going to see you guys in the next video.